Hey everyone, it's Rob Lobster here. I actually have a kind of a bit of a different video for you today. I've kind of gotten an interest in eBay recently, and for those of you who don't know me or you've come across my channel, you notice that I actually have a thing for retro, like anything from like 90s and 80s through the 90s. I have such a thing for, and so recently I saw like there was a trend out there showing off these trying to maybe bring back starter jackets. You know, those big poofy insulated jackets that were from the 90s that showed your local sports team or your favorite sports team. They even had like a little pouch where you can put your tape deck or your CD player, or even just places to put snacks in. And so recently I was looking around through eBay and I found a fantastic deal for this for one of those starter jackets. Like, I scoured around to find like the perfect jacket. A lot of my, I'm from Houston, and a lot of those starter jackets were pretty expensive. But for one of my other favorite teams, I actually found for such a great deal. Of course, the jacket was soiled. The jacket was in pretty bad condition, but for the price that I got it was a steal. And so basically, what I had to do is I just went back and I had to refurbish it, kind of go give it kind of went back to give it some more finishing touches, kind of freshen it back up, fix some holes. In the midst of doing this, it kind of dawned upon me that I was like, actually, I should catalog this, because it seems pretty interesting that like how it started out to where it's going to look like once I'm done. So I hope you enjoyed this video, because I'm going to be cataloging my entire time working on the starter jacket, and then you'll probably see me wear this jacket. Once it gets cold again, you'll definitely be seeing me wearing this jacket. So let's go check it out. I'm actually really excited about this. Okay, so I got the starter jacket right here. I'm going to hold it up for you and show you what I'm going to constantly work on. I've already worked on it so far. Kind of like I already put it through one wash, and I kind of put some OxyClean on some parts because it was heavily soiled. But check this out. I actually got a starter jacket from my favorite NFL team, the Rams. Of course, this is from back in the 90s when they were the St. Louis Rams. Now they're the LA Rams right now. Kind of went back to their original location. But anyway, I've been a fan of the Rams ever since like the early 2000s, back when like they had Kurt Warner, Marshall Faulk, Isaac Bruce, Torrey Holt. In fact, I got a jersey of Isaac Bruce over here. I've maintained that jersey for some time, and I actually got I have my Marshall Faulk jerseys right here. I actually got both of them. I got the away and the home team. I actually got the away jersey off of eBay for like $6 too. So I have been on a roll with it. Okay, so what I want to go through right now is some of the work that I've done so far. Even though this jacket was heavily soiled, it smelled like pee, looked like it's been in someone's shack. It had some cigarette burns, like there was actually, let me zoom in. If you see this little hole right here, it was a hole, it was a cigarette burn, but I actually went back in and sewed part of it up. There was another one somewhere around here. Here it is. I fixed that hole up, but then I examined it some more, and there's a bit of some scratches, some kind of bit of a minor damage right here. There's some missing seams, kind of broken right here, and there's even actually one of these arms has a loose string when it went through the heavy. I sent it through the wash and it made this loose, so I'm gonna clip this, and then I'm gonna go back and hand sew that part right there just so I can fix it up. What I also wanted to mention is that these letters right here were actually a bit darker. They were kind of brown, they were yellowish, not like the actual. They were actually supposed to look a lot wider, I'm supposed to say. Even this over here, let me get back to it. This was very yellow. This is, I think, where the main part of like where P was at, from wherever they had this jacket at. And this was completely a disgusting color, but now it's all bright and shiny. Thank you, OxyClean, but I'm actually gonna go pick up more. I missed this logo right here. You can barely see some of the brown discoloration from it. So I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna fix that up as well. Kind of clean that some more. And I don't think it can be picked up on the camera, but the white streaks right here have kind of a tint to. They have a light blue tint to it, because I think this jacket has never been washed, and so when I put it through the wash, some of the colors bled. And so I'm actually going to go back and put a little bit of OxyClean kind of straight up through the white lines, see if that helps brighten the colors. And then after that, I think that should be it. And I'm going to go back and fix some of the colors back here too, and then I'll update you as I go along. Okay, so what we're going to do right now is we're going to go touch up on some of the little nicks, the little errors right here, the little holes that are about to form, so I don't like rip them. whenever I start to wear this jacket. So I guess while I fix this little hole right here, I guess what we can do is we can have like a little conversation about what are your favorite teams? Do you have a favorite team? Any local? Any away? Comment below. I'd be love to hear from like some of your favorite teams. It doesn't even have to be football. It can be hockey, baseball, soccer, football. In case you're, oops, my screen came out. I thought I double knotted this. Put this through the needle ever so gently. Almost there. It's going through. Just gotta be gentle. Just gotta be gentle. Can't thrust your way in there. I told myself I wasn't gonna make this sexual, but then it turned out to be. I'm just waiting for it to snap on me again because I have barbarian strength. And like I understand it's gonna look kind of wonky. I mean, of course, people might see it when they're very close to me. Nothing wrong with having a little bit of imperfections as long as you're willing to go back and fix it. Alright, I think I got that one all taken care of. And where are you going? Why did you fall over? Get back here. My thread decided to run away from me. I gotta pick it up. And so far, now I'm actually gonna get back to fixing this little, let's see, this little seam right here that's missing. Trying my best to also even it out as I go. You don't want to tighten it too much because it's very noticeable. It's kind of like when you see someone clench their buttocks enough, you can definitely tell you don't want that. So if you want to see what I've done so far is there is actually a missing seam right here, and I'm gonna see if you can actually see it. You can sort of tell where I started right here, like right where my fingers begin. It was missing, and so I went back and added a seam. Okay, so now for the final part of doing the stitching, there is this loose thread that's right here. I'm gonna cut this off, and I'm just gonna go back and try to do a straight line as best as I can. It isn't gonna be the prettiest straight line, but it's gonna be a straightened line nonetheless. Alright, now that we actually got the sewing all out of the way, now let's go get some detergent that can help us get some of the stains that are on here, give it another wash cycle, maybe get rid of some of the browning on the little logos, get some OXYCLEAN on that. So let's venture off to the store. Alright, I think I found what we need. We need to solve this. This actually looks pretty good what we need. We need a OXYCLEAN High Def Clean. It removes dried on stains, reveals vibrant colors, and restores radiant whites. So we're gonna go with this right here. Alrighty, so before I actually put this jacket into the washing machine for a second time, I'm gonna go back and spray some of this OXYCLEAN right on some of the dark spots, like this NFL logo, back over the Rams logo as well. I'm gonna try to put some more in the back, and then I'm gonna and then I'm gonna throw it into the washing machine. Alrighty, now we're going to let that sit for about 5 minutes to let the OXYCLEAN take its effect before we throw it into the washing machine. Alright, now that we got that done, I gotta toss it in here. And we're going to use the new OXYCLEAN. I got the High Definition Clean. Fill it up right to 1. There we go. Excellent. Oh, here we go. Here in the detergent slot. All right. Now, all right, so after the wash, I stuck it in the dryer, and then after its drying cycle, I left it in there overnight just in case it needs to dry off any other dampness, and so let's check it out. That smells nice. It smells nice and fresh. Alrighty, so basically, once I got it, it was all soiled. It had a couple like tears and holes from burns. It was just a complete mess. But after, you know, giving it through washes in the cycle, I stitched up some of the holes. I even fixed up some of the little white lines. When the first wash, it got blue, like I said at the beginning of the video, but now it's still kind of got some blue to it, but not as dark blue as it used to be. And so I think it's in pretty good condition now. The logos have gotten a lot wider than its usual brown and yellow that it was, so let's see how comfy this is. Ugh. Ugh. Woo-wee! Look at that. Oh, this is cozy as hell. Now I just gotta wait until the football season and the winter season for this to happen because, well, fall here isn't exactly cold. And I got a nice little pouch where I can stick some things in. Definitely gonna store some snack packs in there. I actually really like this. This is really neat. I'm gonna do like a nice little like 360, you know, like. Oh. Man, I'm actually digging this look. It's pretty cool. Little guy in a fat coat. Little guy in a fat coat. Alright. Hope you enjoyed this little restoration video. It was actually pretty cool and interesting what I've done with repairing this. I think I might actually try it with another eBay item. Maybe I might get some, maybe I might get another starter jacket for like the Rockets or some NHL team. Alrighty folks, thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you next time.